how you going? Why do I sound so happy? It's a Tuesday. A working day Tuesday. I just had lunch and I'm here with my lovely black tea in this, wait. The mug. The mug needs to be seen. It's a Christmas mug. Yeah, it's October, but I don't put away Christmas things other than the tree and like the specifically, like the Christmas decoration I do put away when Christmas is gone in February. But the functional things like mugs, I just keep using all year round. What do you do? What about you? What do you do with your Christmas things? Why do I sound so menacing? You can do whatever you want with your Christmas things. You don't have to celebrate Christmas. But as for me, I will keep drinking from this Christmas mug, even though today is the 21st of October. Another lipstick stain. It's funny because I never wear lipstick in real life. I only put it on for the videos. It's all an act. The lighting is insane. It just keeps detecting my face and then like, oh, that's such a nice thing of the camera. So it sees my face and it lights up. But when I look away, when I look down, it like gets sad and dark. It's like it's happy to see me. Right, so there we go. You lit up when you saw me, huh? It's too fun. Anyway, I'm gonna stop saying stupid things. I do have quite a bit of work to do this afternoon, and I also have to run some errands once I'm done with work. But I am taking a bit of a tea break to do, well, I don't know, just to have a break. And what I thought I would do, other than filming, obviously, wait. Back to... What I would like to do is do a bit of setup for the upcoming NovemBear challenge. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you go watch my previous video. Absolutely seamless. No, but really, what used to be called NaNoWriMo is no more because NaNoWriMo as an organization fell apart. People are doing different things to reach the goal of writing 50,000 words in the month of November. And you can call it whatever you want if you're doing it. My choice is NovemBear because I'm using an app called TrackBear. And I am just a sucker for puns. And the stupider the pun, the better, I think it is. I also have this pumpkin that I bought the other day. And it still has a couple of little chocolate. So what I'll do first is eat this chocolate while I drink my tea. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of setup on, I think I might make a mood board on Milanote. I haven't used Milanote much, but I did use it for a project that I was working on this last summer. And it's pretty nice, I like it. Why am I still holding the pumpkin? The thing falls inside. I don't usually make mood boards. I think they're very cool. I think they actually do they accomplish the function of being inspiring and like helping with the mood. Like when you gotta get in the zone very quickly, I think it does help having something that immediately transports you there. I know for a lot of people that's a song or a playlist. I am a little bit bad at writing with music. If I write with music, it has to be that kind of instrumental ambience kind of thing, because if it has voice or lyrics or whatever, I find it too distracting and I just can't focus. And if it's a song that it's very recognizable and I really like, I will just be thinking about the song and humming it or singing it, and I won't write. I'm very easily distracted, in case you hadn't noticed before. Look, a pumpkin. I won't be able to do anything if I keep talking because I don't have that much time, but I was also thinking about making like a little tracker on a notebook. That's quite easy. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it because if I overcomplicate it, I won't use it. So yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hello, good afternoon from my little coffee and tea nook where I prepare my beverages. This is really just a shelf where I keep all of my different kinds of tea, my water boiler, and more teas, and then there's sauces on the bottom part of it. And in case you wonder why I'm holding my phone like an idiot, it's because I'm still using it as a microphone. I will buy a proper microphone one of these days, I promise. I just came back from work and today is an insanely windy day. I don't know what's going on, but like the leaves are flying around. Today I haven't achieved very much because I've been at work, but I did go to a cafe before. I had a tea and I did a little bit of world building. I'm not usually the biggest world builder, but I kind of improvise it as I'm writing. But there's this one story, it's my November story, that one that I write in November and then I abandon the rest of the year and then I come back to it in November. And maybe because it's so dosified, is that a word in English? Like I only work on it in such small doses, it makes me really look forward to it. It's like I can't do it any other moment of the year. It's funny because I also get, like when you do things like NaNoWriMo or my current NovemBear, you work so hard on the same project so intensely for 30 days that afterwards there's like this like massive burnout that you get, that afterwards you're so tired and you really can't wait to not work on the same novel. And also it connects almost directly with Christmas, and Christmas is such a busy time. I always try and I never manage to continue the streak that I started in November, but that's okay. I take November as a very bookish, hardworking time, and December is my bookish month of the year. Anyway, my plan right now is to make myself a tea and a black one as well because I am falling asleep because I didn't sleep much last night. So maybe I'll just stay. Maybe I'll just work on the project while I drink my tea, and then I will go do some errands. I need to go buy oranges because I eat an orange every day. I know the saying is an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but I also eat apples. This is like the most boring thing I've ever said on camera. Please, if you think that I've said something more boring than this, leave a comment saying, no, that's definitely not the most boring thing you've said. Believe me, there's a whole list of things. I talk a lot. I'm very talkative, so I wouldn't get offended if somebody said, I guess if somebody said, no, yeah, everything you say is boring, then I would be pretty offended. But if somebody was like, no, some of the things you say, or like this percentage is pretty boring, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. I talk a lot. It's just statistics. It's meant to exist. What am I saying? Time to make tea, time to have some Halloween chocolate, time to sit down and do some novel work. How many times I tidy, there will always be a nail polish on my desk. If you like, I thought about showing you my essentials in terms of material things that I'm going to use for this November challenge. NovemBear. Let's get used to calling it that way. By the way, I'm not sure I'm going to attempt 50,000. I always thought 50,000 was way too much. I'm considering doing 30,000 because for me, it was always like, not easy, but it was comfortable writing 1,000 words a day. And it was the extra 667 ones that made me really suffer the process. And a lot of the times I was like, what can I write to get to that amount of words today? And I don't want to write like that. I want to write what makes sense. There's going to be days where the chapter or the scene demands it, and you are able to continue on to, like, I don't know, 2,000 words. I think 2,000 words is a lot. I know a lot of people write that much, but I'm not one of them. I think, what was I saying? I'm very dispersed today. I really didn't sleep very much. I already said that. See, I'm dispersed. So yeah, basically what I wanted to say is that I used to use tons of files, folders, mood boards, photos for inspirations. I used to, I don't know, make like character profiles. I don't think I like that kind of thing anymore. I think it overcomplicates it for me. I think I need the process to be very simple. Just have an idea that I'm excited about, like I was talking about in the NovemBear prep video, and sit down and write. I think those are the two essential things for me, because that means that it keeps me excited for the story. And the worst thing that can happen to me as a writer is that I lose that initial excitement for the story, and because then I will just stop writing it and it will never get finished. Thinking about plot holes, thinking about character development or character arcs or deeper layers or giving the story more complexity, all of that in my case can wait for a phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 or whatever. Depends on the case, depends on the book or the project. There's projects that are in their essence, they are just more simple than others, and others are more complex. For me, what's working right now is this. Right, so what I've done is I've narrowed it down to these items. And I've just realized that 2 of the 4 are over there. Got it. First one, really basic, tablet. Oh no, it's already stained. Ah! And it is a tablet that has this keyboard attached. This is way lighter than my laptop. I can carry it around. I can go to cafes. I can go to libraries. Well, I could take it with me when I travel. And that's amazing because I used to take my laptop and that's really bad for my back. And when it came to packing, it kind of deterred me from taking it. And I ended up not writing when I was traveling, even though sometimes it's one of the moments where you feel the most inspired for writing, because you're like seeing new things and experiencing new things and it's cool. And I just didn't do it because I didn't have a laptop. Or I had a back pain and a laptop, and then I was annoyed because you know what I mean. Great investment, any kind of tablet. I think it doesn't need to be anything fancy, especially if you're going to use it only for writing. As long as it has something to process words, a word processor. I feel so old saying that. You know, Word, notes. You don't even need to be like a writing software. I've written chapters and chapters on my notes app on my phone when I didn't have time to write and I was coming back and forth in the bus all day. It's pretty terrible and it makes my thumbs really tired because I'm not that young. But you know, it's more comfortable to write on your phone in the bus, on your phone in the bus, Two notebooks. You really don't need 2. I have 2 for reasons that I will explain. This one is the project notebook. It means that when I had the very first idea that incepted this story, I wrote it here, and then I started doing some tiny bit of research, and then I did like a loose outline that then I completely ignored because that's how I work. Then I wrote like a summary of book 1 because I'm already on book 2 of this story. I don't know. This is a very freestyle story that I'm writing for me because I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy being in this world and playing around with the characters and the places, and it makes me really happy. So I'm not really thinking about whether people are going to like it or not, or whether it's publishable or not. I'm just really enjoying writing, which is my favorite thing in the universe. So anyway, it's mostly brainstorming. I just write things, then I take one and I ignore the other 300,000, and I keep going with my life. And this is also where I write down the things that I find interesting from my research. This other notebook is not specific to this project. This is just a notebook that I bought recently, and that if you've watched any of my other videos, you're probably tired of seeing this one. And this one is the one I take around to write wherever I am. Like I took it traveling, and I take it to work, and I take it to cafes and everything. I just write whatever comes to my mind. whether it's, I mean, not like the groceries list or anything like that, but ideas for other books, or yeah, I organize my tasks and everything. Most recent thing I did here is I drew a map for this story because the world is expanding, and I just felt like drawing a map this one day, and then I found out through my own drawing that the characters were going to go to this place and that place, and they were going to meet this person, that person, and it was so exciting, and it made me really pumped for this challenge. And the last thing that I'm going to be using is sitting right here, but I don't really want to show it because it's a research book and it gives away most of the, not really most of the plot, but it gives away a lot about the book. And I think the way my process works, I do need to keep it kind of a secret until it has shape and form and everything. So it's a book. It's a research book. Sure, I'm getting a call from Switzerland. I don't know anyone from Switzerland. Unless you're calling to offer a publishing deal, I'm not here. Yeah, so other than these things, the only other thing that I'm going to use is my laptop, probably, if I'm writing from home, because it's just more comfortable, it's more ergonomic, and I have the little keyboard and everything. And it's great because it's synchronized with my tablet, so if I'm writing at a cafe and then I come home and I start writing from my laptop, I can pick up where I left it. And yeah, I use Scrivener, and it synchronizes through Dropbox, which I don't know if it's just me, but it took me a little while to set it up at first. I did not understand the process at all, but thanks to Reddit and Google, I managed to do it. And now I'm always synchronized with myself. So yeah, I've been talking a bit more than I should have, and that means I'm gonna have to go soon. So maybe I won't be able to do what I wanted to do, which is work for a little bit on my project before November arrives. Actually, already have way more than I even need. I have my map, I've reread the draft that I have of the first book. I don't even know which draft it is. I think it might be draft 1.5. I don't know. This is really just a story that makes me happy and that I feel very free with. And I think because of that, it's actually better. I think it feels less try hard. It feels like I'm not trying to please anyone but me.
You know that I want you, and you know that I need you. Put your